Hey, it's Ray the Video Guy here, and as you know, I am constantly looking for new products and services to help local businesses get more leads and more sales. And up until now, video has been one of the best ways to do just that. And that's why I am super excited to talk about the next generation of video that's going to take the marketing world by storm, and I'm talking about 360-degree video. Now, you may have seen real estate agents using this for some of their house tours. Well, this is something above and beyond even that. 360-degree video is true video, but with the same 360-degree perspective as some of those still image virtual tours. That means that while somebody's watching your video, they can actually look all around the room and see everything that's going on in different areas. This is huge for marketing. The demand is growing rapidly, and the best part is, while it was always very difficult to edit these things and distribute them, now it's a whole lot easier. In fact, there's a brand new software that's going to help you to be able to edit these videos, add marketing messages, add graphics, and distribute them so that everybody can watch them. I'm talking about a new product called Local360. And on top of the great software that the video remix guys have created for this, they've also created training to help you be able to sell this as a service to the local businesses. But rather than jabber on all about this, I want you to take a look at how the software works right now.
Okay, so here we are inside of Video Remix, and as you can see here, we have a variety of different projects in here, and we also have templates in here as well. And you can choose any of these templates to start editing immediately. You've also got analytics. If you've already got videos that you've already been working with, you'll be able to see the analytics in here. You've got your strategy courses here. And this is where you can really learn a lot about the video editing and the business and everything else. You can see the 360 two-day proven action plan, creating product workshop, support Q&As, smart video, the 360 virtual reality event. So all of this stuff is in here that you can take a look at. And then, of course, you've got your actual training for the product itself, which gives you the basic tutorials, the personalization, social, working with elements, lower thirds and combos, others, and advanced tutorials. And what we're going to do is we're actually going to go back and we're going to choose a template because it's already going to have everything that we need in there, so we can kind of see how this works without building it from scratch. So in this case, I'm going to choose this real estate element here. And you'll see it pulls up a preview of it. And if we click on this, you can actually watch it. And you can see you can move around in 360. Okay, so if that's the one we want to use, we're going to hit the Remix Use Template button. And this is going to bring up our video editor. Now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to move this up a little bit here because I want to get more timeline in. So you can see here that we've got a traditional editor timeline here, or what looks like a traditional video editing timeline. But there are some differences between this and traditional video editing, and I'll show you what that is in just a moment. So we start here. You can see we've got this logo on the screen. And you can see down here, this is where the logo is. Okay. And you can see we've also got this background here as well. So we got those two elements that are on the screen. So we can actually come in and we can edit any of these elements. So for instance, if we wanted to change the background, we could come in here and do that just on the right-hand side. And if we want to change anything with the graphic, which actually the graphic is pretty good, we're going to leave that there. But you can do some fun things with the graphic. For instance, you could actually put a URL in here and have this graphic be clickable as people are watching the 360 video. So they can be watching the 360 video, click the logo, and actually go to your website. And you can see here it says links will be clickable when shared. Okay, so once it's actually live. So right now it's obviously not going to do anything because we're editing, but once we're live, that can actually be a live link. In fact, let's just put we'll just put a website in here just for fun. Just to show you how to do that. And so now when somebody comes into this, they'll be able to go directly to google.com. You can also personalize it with names and things like that as well. Okay, and we'll talk about those in a minute. So the next part is where we get into the actual virtual tour. Now you'll see down at the bottom here, this is our actual virtual tour footage, this black one here. This is all of the remix footage that we've put in here, or different elements such as graphics. In this case, you can see we've got a lower third. It's animated. Okay, and you can also make this clickable just like we did before. And if we click on here, you'll see that they've actually got it linked to videoremix.io. So once this goes live, if somebody's watching the video and they click the Visit Us, it's going to take them to that actual page. At any time, we can make any changes to the things that we have in here just by clicking on them. So for instance, this one says real estate. You've got a graphic in here. You can change that graphic out to anything you want. For the text, you've got a text box here. So we can make this say anything that we want to. Enjoy your 360 tour instead of virtual tour, for instance. That easy to make your changes. Personalize. Once again, you can add things to this. Now, what this means is, let me explain the personalize issue here, or the personalized deal. In your video, you can have this mention the person who's actually watching the video. So if Bob Smith is watching the video, you could actually make this have his name in here. So it would say, Bob Smith, enjoy your 360 tour. And the way you do that is by hitting this personalize button here. And you can see, you can do first name, last name, email, geo country, geo city, geo state, custom, name, and gender. And so for instance, if we put first name, okay, then what would happen is when Bob is on there, it will say, Bob, enjoy your 360 tour. When Mike is on there, it'll say Mike. When Janet's on there, it'll say Janet. And it does that by pulling in information from the person who's actually watching the video. So it's a very, very cool feature that you can add to here. And all you have to do is hit add to do that. And so now you see it says first name, enjoy your 360 tour. And that will change depending upon who is actually watching the video at the time. Okay. Any of these elements, by the way, you can move them around if you need to. Okay. Just like so. Obviously, you know, we don't want to do that with this particular one. In fact, we'll move it down just a touch more here. But you can do that. You can move things around. So you've got full control over everything that you do here. Now, if we move on, we'll see that the 360 video continues to play in the background. This first section here has a lower third that says huge windows. Okay, so if we want to make any changes, once again, we can come in here and say, you know what, windows should be capitalized. Huge windows. So you can make those changes that easily. Okay, and as we move on, the same thing for the next one. We've got vintage style. You've got fireplace, because this is a video that's going to show part of the fireplace. You got thing on mirrors, just all the different elements that you added in here. And at the very end, they've added a big logo and a visit us online. Once again, you can make changes to any of this here just by coming in, and maybe we want to make that capital online. And again, you could personalize this. You can also make it a link, which they've done here. It goes to videoremix.io. You can have it open in a new tab. Just like anything that you would do on a website, you can pretty much do inside the actual video. Text position, you can change from custom, middle, bottom, top if you want to. You can align the text left or right. You can add a transition to this. You can see the pulses going on now, but you could change this to something different, you know, maybe buzz. And you can see it does that, okay? If you want nothing, you can select nothing. But this just gives you the opportunity to get people's attention and to show them something a little bit different in the world of video. Not only 360, but the ability to customize what you're putting in here so that people see very interesting things. They're able to interact with the video. And of course, it can be personalized as well. So very, very cool stuff there. If you want to add elements to this, so for instance, right here, we've got a blank space. Maybe you want to add something in here. So if you want to put an element, you just click the elements button here, and now you could add personalized text. You can add text transparent masking. You can add a pop-up. You can add an image. You can add a personalized image. You can add a loop function, and what this will do is this will actually make the video loop, okay? You can add a skip function. You can add a pause function, and let's talk about that for 1 second because that's a really cool thing. You can see at the very end of the video here, it's kind of trailing off the screen here. This is a pause function. And what this means is as it gets to this screen here, instead of it just ending and going to black, this pause will actually cause the video to stop there and leave this active. So when they reach the end of, if it's a 1 minute long video, they reach the end of that 1 minute, it's not just going to go to black and disappear. It's going to freeze and allow people to continue to click on the button or interact with whatever's on the screen. So you can do anything like that. That's kind of a fun little element you can add in there. So for instance, if we wanted to add a lower third, we could do that just by clicking the lower third button here. Okay, and you can choose different types of graphics that you want on there. And obviously, there's a ton in here. We've seen the style that they already have, but if you wanted to add something different, you can. So for instance, let's just choose this one for fun. Okay, so there's our graphic. Again, just like before, we can come in and edit any of the elements in here. Okay, and if we decide that, you know what, we really don't like that graphic, we don't want it in there, we can still get rid of it just by selecting the items here. And deleting them out. Do you want to delete those? Yes, and now they're gone. So it's that simple to be able to do that. Cool function is there are social media functions in here as well. Because these videos are interactive, we can actually add interactive social media to the videos themselves. So you can see here right now, we've got this like button, which we can add to the video here so people can like and share. Okay, but there's also some options in here. We can come in and we can change it to a comment box, just like so. You can see it adds comments to there. You can also change this to page information for a page that you have. Embedded comments, just like so. And embedded posts. So all of these things can be added and put anywhere on the screen at any time. So it's just a cool function here, and it is interactive stuff, so people can actually leave comments and whatnot in the video itself. Okay, if we decide we don't want that element, we simply delete it as such. You can also add things like pop-ups, okay? And that allows us to just put little bits of information in here. You know, again, fireplace. Okay, very, very cool stuff. We don't like it. Once again, we just delete it out of there. So any of these things can be added at any time to make this video even better than just a 360 video. And once we're done with all of this, all we have to do is preview it here or save it. So we're going to hit save. We're going to give this a name. I'm just going to call it test 1. And you can see you've got a few different things you can do here. You can add tags. You can allow Facebook. You can create a thumbnail for it. And I'm just going to choose this one because it's a different one than before. If you want to put a description, we can put a description in there. I'm just going to put the word description so you get the idea. Hit save, and that's going to save this project out. And so now we can preview this. Okay, so you can see for a few seconds, we've got our graphic, and then we've got our 360 video here. Huge windows. Yes, they are. They're huge. Okay, and again, this is all done that simply and that easily. You can see it transitions to another room. In this particular one, you know, obviously this is a very simple one. It's just got pictures of 2 rooms and they're pretty standard. But this can be full moving animated video where people are, you know, in the video. So there could be people moving around. There could be a beach. There could be, you know, whatever it happens to be. The camera doesn't have to be still. This particular one just happens to be this way. And of course, as we said, this is live. So if we click on this, it opens up a new tab and takes us to the video remix page. So you can see very cool because not only is this a 360 video, which in itself is really awesome, but you've got all the features of video remix to add all of these different elements to the video that are interactive and really can be pretty darn slick. And once we're done with that, of course, then we can share this out with anybody and they can actually interact with it. And just to show you a slightly different video so you kind of get an idea that it doesn't have to always be that one still shot, you can see in this one here, you've got actual footage of people going around and doing things. Okay, oops, and you can see I accidentally moved this over here. So we'll fix that. You can see I've been goofing around with this one a little bit and messed it up a little, but that's okay. But you get the idea that, you know, this can be a full video. It doesn't have to be just that one shot like in the real estate video. And if we were to save out this one here, we'll call this one test 2. And we do a preview. You'll see this one's a little bit different, although they do start off with the 360 there. But you can see it's real video.
Where the beach is just the beginning. Where every mountain, forest, and river is another adventure awaiting you.
And it's cool because you can really look around and see what these guys are doing. Obviously, this one's a little bit of a... The video itself, the 360 video that was shot, is a little bit low resolution, but still really just awesome stuff.
is as far as you can see.
You can see I kind of messed up the graphics on here, but
It's about
it was pretty at one point.
view, so gorgeous, waters so crystal, a sky so clear that you forget to draw your next
See, and you can still click on this, and it's going to take you to, in this case, the video remix page. So very, very cool stuff. If you've got questions about the business part of this, which is to provide this service to local businesses, these guys have the training in there. They teach you how to find people that can shoot the video for you. And of course, if you've got video that's 360 that's already on places like YouTube, you can just easily bring it in to be able to edit it here. So that's the basics of video remixes, Local360, a software that allows you to do the 360 work, but also a training and a business in a box where they really teach you how to use this for local marketing purposes. So I hope you check this out because it is a really, really awesome tool. I've been doing 360 videos for a little while, but my problem was I never had a software that I was able to use my 360 video with. Nothing seemed to work. So this is exciting for me. I can't wait to really get into this, and I hope that you guys will as well.
Well, there you go. As you can see, if I can do this, then anybody can do this. It's a very easy process now to be able to take 360 video and put it into a form that's usable for marketing, one that people can actually watch, one you can actually put on Facebook and have people watch. It's just a tremendous next step in the world of video marketing. And the great thing is, with the training that comes along with this program, you don't even have to have a 360 camera. You can hire that out and they show you exactly how to do that and get a professional to shoot the videos so you can do the rest and help your local businesses. And of course, if you think that's a great thing, well, then we've got some great bonuses that will help you to make an even better decision on this. And if you scroll down this page, you'll be able to see those. We even have some very special bonuses directly from the Local360 guys that you're really going to flip out for. So scroll down the page, check those out. And of course, if you have any questions, please feel free to let me know. We also have an interview with Dan down below who talks all about the 360 video and the Local360 software. So check that out as well. And again, any questions, just let us know and have a wonderful day.